The Houston Rockets lost the game versus Jazz in Game 2. The Jazz came out, played great defense, closed out on the three-point line, and made it a grind out game. I've been saying all along that you have to push up on the three-point line nowadays. You have to, because everybody wants to run to the three-point line and make these guys do something that they don't want to do. Most teams want to shoot the three, and most teams' offense is predicated and ran, to shoot a three-point shot, which is, like I said, is the worst shot in the NBA. It's the worst shot in basketball. And the Houston Rockets are taking more threes than anyone. I believe they're averaging something around 30 or 40 something three-pointers a game, which is ridiculous. And a lot of people think the Warriors shoot a lot of threes. The Warriors do shoot a lot of threes, but to me, they have the best two shooters in the league, Klay Thompson and Curry. And Kevin Durant is not bad at shooting threes. So they got three good players that, to me, they can hit the three, especially Steph and Klay. But all these other teams are shooting three-pointers for a means of their regular offense. See, the Golden State Warriors use the three-point line as a decoy a lot of times for motion. They get easy layups. They get easy cuts to the basket due to Klay Thompson and Curry having a threat of shooting threes, especially Curry in the way that he pull up from three from way out. It makes it stretches your defense out. And they use the three-point line as a decoy for the most part. But other teams like the Rockets just use the three-point line just for their regular offense to run their offense. Their offense is predicated around the three. So the Jazz came out, smothered the three-point line, and made them do something different. And this is James Harden and Chris Paul in the post-game interview. Let's see what they got to say.
Jonathan Fagan, Houston Chronicle. You guys have taken so much pride in your defense and how it has improved this year. To have a team come in here and get the kinds of looks they got against you.
They came out with some thrust in that first half, and they made shots, but they were wide open shots. So we came out a little too lax. Basically, we were just kind of going through the motions or whatnot. But
now. Hey, man, I like James Harden, but this man said they came out lackadaisical in the playoffs. This is not a regular season game. This is not game number 53 where you played a lot of games past the All-Star break and you just waiting for the playoffs to come. You kind of dominated the regular season, which the Houston Rockets kind of had a dominant regular season. No, it's not that. This man just said the leader of their team, right along with Chris Paul, he just said that they came out lackadaisical. How can you come out in the playoffs lackadaisical? See, this is why I don't trust the Houston Rockets. Everybody jumping on the Houston Rockets bandwagon. No, they have to show me. I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt. I give the Warriors the benefit of the doubt because they have shown me over the past 3 years that they're mentally tough and they can go all the way and close the deal. These two guys right here, Chris Paul and James Harden, has had some bad, tough luck in the playoffs of not showing up when it's time to show up. Chris Paul with the Clippers over the last 6 years couldn't get over the hump. Ever since James Harden came to the Rockets, couldn't get over the hump. Last year he disappeared against San Antonio Spurs and lost that game and had a disaster. I guess he was lackadaisical last year too. But you cannot have a lackadaisical attitude from your leader of your team, the so-called best player of your team. Not so-called, my fault. I'm going to give him respect. The best player of your team having a lackadaisical attitude that trickles down to the rest of the team. James, you're in the playoffs. I know sometimes you check out mentally, but this is the playoffs. It's time to play. You can't be lackadaisical with the Utah Jazz. One thing about the Utah Jazz, no, they don't have no superstars. They do have an emerging star with Donovan Mitchell, but they don't have a superstar, but they play as a team, and they're mentally strong. Mentally strong. If y'all don't get it together, y'all will lose. I repeat, y'all will lose to the Jazz. Now, the Jazz already stole home field advantage. Now y'all go back to the Jazz Stadium, which that's historically been a place ever since I was small watching basketball, and ever since I've been watching basketball in the 80s and the 90s. Utah is always hard to win at Utah.
At the end of that second quarter, third quarter, we picked it up, and it's a pretty good team down there. So if we give any team, especially in the postseason, that kind of confidence, it's pretty tough. We did a pretty good job of finding our way back and taking the lead down 19, but
I'm gonna stop James right there because he's lackadaisical in this interview. I'm gonna say this. He just said you can't give a team. Of course, you can't give a team confidence. They're in the playoffs for a reason. They're in the playoffs because they're one of the best 8 teams in your conference. They're one of the best. They're in the playoffs for a reason. I know y'all beat them 4-0, and beat them y'all beat them pretty good a couple times that I've seen. But you got to understand, playoffs basketball is different. Everybody's scouting you. They finally started pushing up on the 3-point line on y'all because they know that your offense is predicated on the 3-point line. So let me say this. The Houston Rockets better wake up. They better stop being lackadaisical or they're going to find themselves at home.